Venus the Anti-Hero Hero was an event that took place on the 23rd of June at Framer Framed in Amsterdam. Venus the Anti-Hero Hero was part of Perspectives, a series of public and discursive events that were curated alongside the exhibition Embodied Spaces by curator Christina Yen. The exoticized body of Saartje Baartman, aka the Venus Hottentot, has influenced the iconography of the black female body in the Western visual cultures.
Wild, female, jungle creature of singular anatomy, physiqued in such a backward way that she outshapes all others.
Elizabeth Alexander, poem on Venus. There is unexpected sun today in London, and the clouds that most days sifting to this cage where I'm working have dispersed. I am a black cutout against a captive blue sky, pivoting nude so the paying audience can view my naked buttocks. I am called Venus Hottentot. I left Cape Town with a promise of revenue, half the profits and my passage home.
I would like to start to offer you a few propositions on the notion of Venus. Venus as a concept, Venus as a myth, Venus as the exotic, Venus as the experience, Venus as the body. And the interesting thing is that perhaps we get to look at it from two different perspectives, the queer and the feminist perspective.
The enormity of realizing that we live in a world where you kind of inherit all this stuff and you have to make sense of it and have to make sure that you have to basically fight against it all your life. Being here in this space talking about this topic, all I kind of wanted to kind of get across was that the fact that this is just like a daily reality for so many people.
Tonight, but I think what's very, very important is that people speak for themselves. One thing that was always difficult for me, I might as well make myself a bit vulnerable in that way. I'm also manic depressive, and something that really gets on my own nerves is when I see people speaking for people with mental challenges that cannot perhaps speak for themselves. I go back to this again and again, and I'm all about the body. So language coming from the body and really speaking for yourself.
I mean, the mourning is not only being in the state of sadness, but also like putting that shattered things back together. I mean, just because Netherlands lacks the mourning, it doesn't mean it is a happy country. It's just like a melancholic country. You know, it's a melancholic society that the Moroccan, Turkish, and former colonies and the new immigrants and the whites are not connected to each other. But then I'm just like, okay, is anybody going to say that? And then, no, we are not. I mean, this is the first time I'm like, oh wow, I'm so glad that we also now hearing something that I can relate to, and I'm like, yeah, we're sad, but then I still feel like we need politics of mourning. Where we want to go to, what we want to construct out of the sadness.
Animals, they constantly add a little moral to it. And with the peacock, the peacock looks beautiful, but once the peacock opens its mouth, you don't want to be in its neighborhood because it just sounds awful. They're literally right here. Ai, poista kana hasi coquette, gosa sumis masha. The peacock is walking around, really enjoying itself, you know, strutting its stuff. Pero, acima que habli su peak grita, ta sali un sonido masha masha maos. But, as soon as it's opened its beak, a sound comes out that's really, really ugly. And it goes on to say, you should never judge a book by its cover. And also, if you have something beautiful, don't really flaunt it.
From Hottentot to Bootylicious, the female body belongs to the spectator. How can we reclaim Venus despite the exploitation? Together with the audience, academics, artists, activists and participants, we explored and offered comparative perspectives on the myth and contemporary role of Venus and the historization of the black female body.
The Baron Doctor. You show us the Venus.
The Mother Showman. That's right.
The Baron Doctor. I'd like to take her off your hands. I am a doctor.
The Mother Showman. She's my prize, Doc. Long term or short term?
The Baron Doctor. Permanent? How much?
The Mother Showman. A ton.
The Baron Doctor. Alright.
Tail end of our tail end. There must be an end. Is that the Venus black goddess was shameless. When death met her death and death yearned for her to rock au natural end. For our hot love soul which was tight, hidden hides in heaven, yes that's it. Love's corpse stands on show